Bonaduce, life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life coach. He was a
All right, it is time for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. You can give me a call right now, 1-800-252-1025. We do also take your emails at lifecoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. All right, let's go to the phones and talk to Jim in Auburn. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm great, buddy. So what do you got for me?
Well, I've been wrestling with this situation where I have these fantasies of my past lovers, and so I get stimulus with that, and I got to thinking about, well, what's the difference between having my thoughts that way or watching porn on the internet, which my wife does not want me to do. And so I've been wrestling with what the difference is, or is there a difference?
Yeah, there's a big difference in my opinion. The question is looking at porn different from imagining my past lovers, my past... is this girlfriends or boyfriends that we're thinking about?
Wife.
Okay.
Past girlfriends.
Past girlfriends with your current wife. That's what I was a little confused about. Because one, in my opinion, is a little bit... You have experience with a past lover. You really have, you have thoughtful, heart-wrenching feelings for a past lover. You do not have that for porn. I don't think of porn as cheating in any way, shape, or form. And I do think that there's some dishonesty about imagining old lovers, especially if you're getting stimulated from that. If you're having a romantic situation with your life and imagining an old person you used to know, I think it's the tiniest bit deceitful. But either way, Jim, I don't think any of it's really bad. And you're certainly not being dishonest to the point of infidelity or anything like that. You're certainly not cheating, where no matter where your mind wanders. Sometimes I'm gonna bet money that sometimes Amy, that's my wife, that her mind wanders towards, hey, did I remember to take the trash out? Your mind wanders. And sometimes it's not all that flattering. But no, I don't think that any of this is in any way cheating. And I think imagining an old lover that you actually had serious feelings for at one point is worse than porn. But that's if I have to pick a bad one, because you're not doing any real damage in either one of those. How's that work for you there, Jim?
Well, that's okay. This has never been during the sex, though.
Oh.
We haven't had any for a while. So this is just me trying to be stimulus.
I will tell you this, whatever's going to float your boat in that regard, you think of it all day long till it gets you to where you're going. But remember, I'm the life coach here, and I'm deeming it not bad. Do whatever it is that you want to get to that area, and you're still cool with the life coach. And you know what? If your wife is a reasonable person, she's probably going to be cool with that. And here's the big answer to some of these things, and I failed to do this for a long time. Don't tell her. Don't think you're so interesting and you're such good friends. You know what? Sometimes when we're thinking about making love, I think about Becky, that girl I used to date. She won't be happy with that. Never tell the wife, buddy. Keep this all to yourself and me, your life coach.
Maybe
Thanks, Jim.
You need to life coach Jim about why he's not having relations with his wife.
Well, he didn't call about that. Jim, do you want to tell me why you don't think you're having relations with your wife?
Well, it is kind of a medical condition that she has. And so it doesn't make it comfortable for her.
I knew it was going to be some kind of pain. I'm sorry to hear that.
And so I understand, and I'm very. I mean, we've been married for 30 some odd years,
right?
And so it's something that I understand. And
is it going to be better? Is it going to get better?
I certainly hope so.
Yeah, I'll bet you do. But in the meantime, you're talking about helping yourself, right?
Well, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, you totally need to do that. I help myself all the time, and my wife's just fine. It's the right thing to do, Jim. Thanks for the call, buddy. I appreciate it.
If you've got a question for the life coach, call 800-252-1025 or email lifecoach@KZOK.com. Remember,
what a sweet boy. I'm sorry. What a sweet boy that Jim is. He's not doing one thing wrong. He's thinking about things, and he wants to know, is this okay? Yeah, man, it is. You're a good boy. 800-252-1025
or email lifecoach@KZOK.com. Tina in Lakewood sent an email. I have been dating a guy for a few months who has a history of frequenting strip clubs. I let him know early on I don't approve of strip clubs. He assured me that's all in the past. Then the other day, he confessed to having visited a strip club twice in the previous week. I don't know what to do. He crossed the line. I want him to stop, but I don't know if I feel so strongly that I'll have to dump him. How do you feel about this?
I feel you said it right there. If you don't feel strongly enough to dump them, don't stand up there. And when I say you're high horse, it's an expression. You have every right not to approve of strip clubs. I kind of think you're wrong. What I think you don't approve of him giving away money to anybody, but at this point, strippers, and that's what they do. They offer you a lap. You pay to get in at some of these places. I don't really know if the deal works. You pay more for really high priced drinks, and you tip people, and you get lap dances. That's your money too.
And you can't even get drinks here, can you?
I don't know what the deal is.
Not here.
You can't even drink
I was
alcohol.
thinking about this. I have a friend. I don't know why I was thinking about her this morning. If you're listening, Amy, relax. I had a friend named Amy. No, Wendy. And she was over 6 feet tall. And I'm trying to think, how did I meet her? How do I know her? And I knew her through a meeting place that I go. I can say it. I know her from AA. But she actually used to strip at a place where they don't take their clothes off. Go-go dancers in bikinis. As low as they go is bikinis. And so that's the only way you could get a drink at that place. Now, here's the thing. I think you have every right to not approve, but don't kick this guy to the curb over a thing that your local government deems safe enough to let be legal, so I think you have to talk with it. But again, that's your money right there, and I see that floating out of the house, and I don't really like that. I'm kind of against that. But you're only, you're not married yet, as I understand it, right? They're not married?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know how much vote you get in there, but here's the thing. I was talking about this yesterday with the guy who let me ride in his car for the Pride Parade. We were talking about strip bars. I said, I don't go. Never been in the great state of Washington. And I said, here's my thought. I wouldn't be 5 feet in the door when people Twitter that Danny Bonaduce just walked in the door at the strip club that I'm in. Amy would know in a second. She'd be mad. That would be a hassle. So anybody that's going to a strip club against your wishes is kind of stupid. That's going to get you one way or the other. His friend's going to see you. Somebody's going to do those days. Privacy's over. Privacy is over. So I'd be mad at your boyfriend for being stupid, but just talk to him about it and see how it works out. Because I really don't think you have a much better reason to break up with him about lying and being deceitful than you do for going to strip clubs, because you just don't think it's that bad. And you know what? If this guy's a good guy, and I mean this for both genders, good guys, good girls are hard to find. Don't dump one for one bad habit. You know what? Kind of groom them for you. But thank you very much for the email. I appreciate it.
The Life Coach email is lifecoach@KZOK.com, or the phone number is 800-252-1025. Remember, you can lie about your name. It doesn't matter. You can call yourself Becky or Steve or Billy or Bob.
You can lie about your age, although I don't know why you would, because we don't know your age. Bob, 46. What? You don't normally do that. Rebecca
in University Place sent an email. I have a problem with stress and anxiety, mostly due to work. I love my job, but I am currently doing the work of about 4 people. We're shorthanded, and I'm stressed out all the time. I'm always on edge. My doctor suggests taking a deep breath or having a glass of wine, but I don't drink, and I'm past the point of where deep breaths can help. It seems that no one is taking me seriously. The stress is consuming me. I have a family history of depression and anxiety. Can you offer any help for my condition?
I can. I can tell you what kind of medication I think you deserve, but it's a dangerous, slippery slope you get into. But they're called, I believe, benzodiazepines, and they're very popular. That's a Valium, it's a Xanax, things like that. But go to your doctor, tell him, and if this doctor, you can give this guy one more chance, and tell him, take you serious, and then switch doctors. If you really think you've got a disorder that you need some attention paid to, and he won't help, there's a lot of doctors. Go to a doctor that will help you, that will take you, because anxiety is one of those ones that a lot of people, I don't think they really shy away from. Definitely do. Oh, I believe her. I'm going to prescribe these pills for this girl who just says she's anxious. A lot of people, they're not trained to deal with anxiety. So I think you should tell your doctor one more time. And you should definitely, if he doesn't do anything, go to a new doctor. And I'm going to guess he's going to give you Wellbutrin, which is a different thing than the benzos. But he'll give you something really light, and you need the help. And you can't get something too big because you got a lot of work to do. You got to get something, just take the edge off. You can't be all buzzed and want to sit down. That's why I'm surprised that your doctor offered wine. She's stressed out in the workplace. You don't want to be drinking at the work, especially wine. It smells on your breath for a day, man. You don't want to do wine.
Well, I think you meant like when you go home from work.
Right, but she doesn't have a problem at home. She has a problem at work, and that's what I'm suggesting. Either talk to that guy and get him to do what's right, not what you want. He is a doctor. But if he doesn't give you something for the anxiety, I'd suggest a new doctor. Thank you, by the way.
800-252-1025. Call that number now with your questions for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. He's been through it all, and he can help you. Just make that phone call, 800-252-1025, or email lifecoach@KZOK.com like Gary in Renton has done. Gary writes, I'm having trouble letting go of feelings for an ex. I'm still crazy about her. Friends are telling me, move on. They've gone so far as to talk about setting me up with a mutual acquaintance, but I'm not sure if I should ask her out while I still have such strong feelings for my ex. Is it okay to date despite feelings for a former flame?
Boy, everybody is so sweet today. You know, can I date this new girl while I still have thoughts of the old girl? Isn't that somehow disrespecting her? No, you got this feelings. That's nice. Here's what I will tell you to do, and it's the kiss of absolute death. Do not go on a date with this girl and then talk about your ex, and you'll be shocked to find out how many people do that. You know, like if I would have done it, and I guess I did do it now that I think about it, hook up with Amy, and then as we're dating and progressing to the point of being married, I was going through a kind of nasty little divorce. And I think I brought that to her house a couple of times, and that's disrespectful. So don't bring up your feelings for the ex. But yeah, one of the best ways to get away from that is to have those feelings for somebody else. So I would say you absolutely should see this person, the mutual friend, and see him, and just don't bring up your feelings for the ex. I think that's a very good idea. Or that, let me rephrase, that's a very bad idea for you to bring up anything about the ex. All right, that's all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. Thank you for your emails. We had a bunch of them today, and also your phone calls at 1-800-252-1025.